Oh, okie dokie.
McCourty, Rutgers.
Devin, like Coach Belichick, we're about to make you a New England Patriot.
We heard that you're the perfect Patriot. You represent everything that we're about. And I heard that you're much better than your brother Jason. Is that correct?
Devin McCourty, defensive back, Rutgers.
Devin McCourty, 13 years in the league, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time All-Pro. Number 3 is a lucky number. Devin McCourty, you can see him, of course, on Football Night in America, good friend of mine. Were you in the bathroom when you got drafted?
I was in the bathroom. This was supposed to be a small gathering. Next thing I know, there's like 25, 30 people at my house. First round is long. I'm just sitting there. I was like, you know what? I need a break. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And then I get a knock, the phone rang. So Mr. Kraft actually told Jason that Devin was the better looking twin. Good thing it's the truth, so it didn't hurt his feelings too much.
Jason was the faster twin at the combine by a little bit. I heard
Jason didn't go to the combine.
Oh.
That's just a pro day 40.
Okay.
I didn't run that pro day.
Okay, Dev, first of all, calm down. That was like 14 years ago and nobody cares. You're so mad about it. Did you ever pay him the $100 bet that you guys made?
No.
Oh, okay.
We've never paid each other. I owe him a lot of money. He owes me a lot too.
Brothers are gonna brother. Is it true that your favorite your come to NFL moment was going up against Randy Moss? Tell me everything I need to know about that. Let's really live in the rear view here.
The guy beat me to sleep every day in training camp. Oh, and then we had the in-stadium practice for all like the season ticket holders. And so, like, here you are, the first-round draft pick. I think I gave up 3 touchdowns to Randy Moss that night in the stadium practice. But, I mean, once I got to the game, I opened the year with Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, and Terrell Owens in Cincinnati. Right. So I wasn't scared because I was like, shoot, I'm just going against Randy Moss all training camp. I'll be ready. So Randy gave me good practice. I first learned what late hands means for a receiver running, ball coming in. Randy would just be chilling. Last second, he put his hands out, catch the ball, touchdown. It was history.
And then I was looking at your freshman year, your rookie year. You had 7 interceptions, and you really took it from the league's best. You got Peyton for one, you got Favre for one, you got Big Ben, you got Phillip Rivers, you got all the best ones. It's pretty cool.
And the coolest was, like, I was a big Phillip Rivers fan. I took a visit to San Diego, and he was there that day, and he stopped me, had a full conversation. It's like, damn, Phillip Rivers, man, you're my kind of guy. And at the Pro Bowl that year, we're sitting on the bus, and the guy starts breaking down the interception I had against him, asking me why I did that. I was like, dang. I got that ball still. It's supposed to be here, but we just moved, so I haven't brought it into the office yet, but it's coming.
Dev, there's plenty of room on Football Night in America. You got make your pitch right now for Phillip Rivers to get his butt on a set and join the media world because it needs to happen.
Kay, are you trying to get his wife to kill me? Phillip Rivers got so many kids traveling up to Connecticut, but Phillip Rivers, I'm down. You were my guy. Come hang out with us. Let's have a good time, man. The more the merrier. But his wife might kill me. And hey, Miss Rivers, if you're looking for me, find Kay Adams. She told me to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been obsessed with Phillip Rivers my entire life, so I need his analysis and just that accent in the media. Speaking of media. I remember when you were drafted a long, long time ago, Bill Belichick was so impressed with how you knew everybody else's assignments when you were breaking down tape. It wasn't just what you were responsible for, it was what everybody was responsible for. And now he's in the media. I saw you tweeting about it. Give me your Yelp review on Bill Belichick, the analyst, and how weird that is. Because to be honest with you, Devin, this is a bit hypocritical. This is a bit heel turn for Bill. You hate the media your entire life. You're always clowning on it. And now you're just going to be like sizing up quarterbacks, pros and cons all day. It's crazy.
That's because he never hated the media. He just didn't want to do it as much as he did. But like, think about all the stories that came out of New England. Half those things are from Bill and Mr. Kraft. They all control the media. But him on Pat McAfee's show was the team meeting. So if you've ever wondered what it would be like to be in a Bill Belichick meeting, think about guys who just got drafted 1, 2, 3, 5, and it's his best moment. And he gives you those 3 good plays. Like, this is what this guy does well. And in the back end, he hits you with this is what he needs to work on. And that's what he makes sure you leave with, what you need to get better at. It was a Bill Belichick meeting room. He hit everything. I loved it. It was classic. And I think fans know what to watch now. They know what they're going to look for in their new draft pick that just came to their city.
When was Bill Belichick the happiest in your tenure with him?
Super Bowl, once the Gatorade hits him, and then the after party at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you run into Bill at the Super Bowl, he's going to have a glass containing adult beverage. It's all smiles. It's great times. Great
and then
times.
what's the beverage?
I'm not 100% sure. I think he might be a tequila guy. I'm not 100% sure, but I saw a lot of limes in there, so I'm not sure.
He may or may not have been giving somebody a piggyback ride at the one in Arizona. That's all I'll say. And then 3 hours later, it's back to work, right?
Back to work.
It's back to
and we take a break for the ring ceremony. But he's not as loose in the ring ceremony. I feel like he has preparation. The night of, he can't prepare for that. He's just Bill. He's just the guy.
It's amazing. It's amazing how, and Julian and Gronk and all these Patriots all over sports media, and you all owe it to each other and the success you guys had as part of that brilliant, brilliant dynasty. Now we'll have Tom Brady. Tom Brady in the booth, question mark. Have you talked to him? Is this happening?
I believe it is happening. I've talked to him. I've talked to one of the guys that helps produce his show, his little podcast that he does. So feels real, and his experience, especially if he lets go and he just tells it how it is, I think people are going to really enjoy Tom. He's a smart guy, and he's got a little wit to him.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait to see him get roasted. Are you excited about? Are you going?
You think I get the invite? I don't get the invite to those things.
You didn't get invited to Tom Brady. First of all, you just threw some shade at his You called it a little podcast, which I think is. I heard that. That's because you didn't get invited to the Netflix roast of the GOAT. Wait, why? Huh.
I'm a defensive guy. I don't get in. Like, look at that. I probably don't have the attire to go. That's an Edelman, Amendola, Gronkowski. Those are those guys. I don't know if any of the defensive guys are going, other than like the old school guys, Rodney and those guys who, from my understanding, really roasted him a lot more. Like when we got there, he was a senior citizen. We looked up to him. Those guys really killed him more. So it's probably rightfully so that, the Ty Laws and Rodneys are there.
Who would be the best at roasting him? Not even on the team, but if I'm producing that, I'm calling Nick Foles, right? I'm saying, get out
Nick
here.
Foles, you got to go with the Manning brothers. You got to let the Manning brothers get at him. But the best is going to be Edelman. Edelman is going, because Edelman's going to go too far. He's going to say the stuff that you probably shouldn't say, that only he knows. He's definitely going to.
I can't wait to see this. Let's talk about these Patriots. This is what the dynasty should have been about, these moments, these celebratory, amazing moments, because it brought you 3 rings and an unforgettable place in NFL history.
No one cares about rings, Kay. What's wrong with these people?
Jerod Mayo's keeping it going. Okay, there's some familial ties. There's some bloodlines there. Obviously, the draft, free agency, he's a rookie. It's his rookie year. What did you make of him even walking back the rookie mistake of saying that they're going to burn through cash in free agency? When he said it, when I read it, I was like, oh, I didn't like that. But what did you make of that comment that he took it back?
It's easy. Did you see the news? Matthew Slater got hired to be assistant to the head coach.
No, he didn't.
Half of that, Matt Slater's on staff with New England. Drafted with Jerod Mayo. Matt Slater's a guy, well-spoken, takes his time before he answers. So one of Matt Slater's #1 jobs is going to be, can we just make sure Mayo doesn't say something ridiculous? So that is what everyone was like, you know what? Let's hire Slate. And Mayo knows he needs it. So it's good. I made fun of him at the owners meeting. Like, how you going to talk all of that trash and then not back it up? Like, spend some money, buddy.
$54 million in cap space. I was a bit surprised to see that. What did you make of
I was about to make a comeback.
Yeah, has he not called you to come back into the house? I don't understand.
No, I'm old and washed up. He tried to get me to coach. That's his thing with all the older guys. He said, I don't know if they're walking back playing, but we got a spot for him on the staff. But no, those hours aren't meant for my life right now. Not at all.
Is Jerod the kind of guy who's going to text you preparing for the Bills and ask you things?
No, I don't think so. But when we see each other, we catch up on a lot of different things of just what I see in the league and how things are going, what I've learned my first year out. So it's been fun. I got a chance a week ago to go sit down with him and Slater for like 45 minutes, just catching up. And we did the same thing at the owners meeting one night, just catching up, hanging out. And I think he's ready for it. I think now with the draft over with, I think he's excited to actually get into doing some football. Like we talked about that. Being a head coach, he's doing so many other things other than like watching and coaching football. So I know he's going to be excited to get into all the OTAs and mini camp because that's what he loves. He loves ball. He loves getting to coach football.
Drake Maye, your thoughts?
I think they have a guy that everybody can believe. And I think last year you watched that team, the defense, they even said it after some of the games, like we held a team to 6 points. We got to do more. We got to figure out. You don't want that feeling of any side of the ball feeling like we've done so much, but no matter what we do, we can't win. And to change that, you need a beacon of hope. You need someone to come in. So, yes, they could have traded back and maybe get this pick and that pick. But what they need right now is a guy like Drake Maye that everybody can say, hey, we got a future. We got a guy that can be a guy in this league. And I think still having Jacoby Brissett, who's played under Alex Van Pelt, to teach him, show him some different things. But I'm excited to see Drake Maye go in there. Seems like he got a little bit of a personality. His brothers took some shots at him the night he got drafted. So you're going to need a little bit of an edge in New England. Like, it's going to be tough. If he plays bad, they're going to let him know. But I'm excited for what he can be in New England. What's
the biggest challenge for Drake Maye, you think? Knowing the fan base, knowing the coach?
The team right now.
Yeah, it's tough.
You have Michael Owen, who had the right tackle. Whoever becomes your left tackle hasn't started and played left tackle for the New England Patriots yet. They drafted 2 receivers this year in the draft. Who are going to be your receivers? Your receiver room is full now. But like, even when you look at it, there's no guy that you sit there and say like, yes, they're going to win 95% of the one-on-one matchups backside. So there's still some holes on that team, I think, that they want to get figured out before they ask Drake Maye to figure them out as he's still trying to play and be a rookie quarterback. I think that's some of the problems Mac Jones ran into as he was trying to develop as a player. He was also trying to get everybody else on board and trying to fix things. That you don't want your rookie quarterback to have to do that. You want him to just go play ball and get better year after year. And I think they want to try to get the team to a good place. Jacoby Brissett is used to that. He's handled some rough situations in his career. I think they want to maybe start with him, get the team to a place where Drake Maye can just go play quarterback and figure out how to be a leader and all of those things as he's developing.
Knowing Jerod, how does he handle that? I mean, I think it's great to have a bona fide veteran backup quarterback. Jacoby should obviously start the season, but when it comes to making the switch, is it let's let Jacoby go as long as he can? Is it going to happen naturally? Like, what do you think the right move is in handling these 2 quarterbacks? And then, of course, they took Milton, too.
Yeah, talking to Jason Garrett, I think, obviously played quarterback, offensive coordinator, head coach. He was like, the key thing, he said, when the guy is ready. It doesn't matter if you put a veteran out there, you can't look at what he's doing and how he's progressed. When the young guy is ready, then you can put him out there. And I think the best thing Jerod is going to do is he's going to be completely honest. He's going to be honest with each one of the guys in that quarterback room, whether it's Milton, Maye, Jacoby Brissett, but he's also going to be honest with the team. And I think that's a crucial point. Everyone always thinks it's about being honest with just the guys that are going to play quarterback, but the whole offense, David Andrews is starting center. He needs to know who's going to be the quarterback so he can build that bond, so he can go over the game plan. The other guys on offense need to know. The defense needs to know. So I think one of the traits Mayo has is he doesn't mind being uncomfortable. He doesn't mind going out there, being honest, telling guys what they don't want to hear, but it's the truth. And I think that's something he's going to have to lean on all throughout the season because there are going to be some moving parts with this team. But I think Mayo's the type of guy that can handle it.
I can't wait to see what they do, especially since, the Buffalo Bills completely dismantled and we don't know what a 39-year-old coming off an Achilles tear looks like. It'll be sort of interesting to see what the Patriots can do in that division. You, my friend, are a proud St. Joe's High School alum. Okay, so we have to give it up for another St. Joe stud, and Audric Estime, friend of my show, goes 5th round to the Broncos. Him and Bo Nix are going to hang out. Here's what he told me about his time as a young buck at the McCourty football camp.
At their camp, it's not everyone's in shorts and they give you a T-shirt. No one has pads, and I'm literally out there tackling people, stiff-arming people, which is crazy.
Audric Estime, living in the nightmares of the young kids everywhere. He was tackling kids at a touch football camp. I don't know what's going on. What do you remember about Audric Estime, and what can Sean Payton, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and what's he going to get out of him? Darren Sproles?
I think one thing you know right away is he wasn't a shorts and T-shirts kind of guy, football player. He was a football player, and then getting to watch him throughout his whole high school career, running around people, running over people. And I think that's what Denver's going to get. They're going to get a guy who's going to want to do all the dirty work. But it's also going to be a reminder when you see him get out there and go, like in this 40, he can still run. He has those dancing feet like a big bear. So I'm excited to see this guy. He's representing our hometown in Nyack, New York. Me and my brother, we FaceTimed him and told him the torch is passed to him, continue to pave it, continue to light the path for the guys behind us. So excited. Him and his boys had a great time once he got drafted. I was following on Instagram. So just excited to see him continue his football journey.
Same, and I think Sean Payton in that offense, they're going to rely on him heavily with Bo Nix, and it'll be a nice little thing for that offense in the really tough AFC West. You're talking about having a good time. We talked about how Brady didn't invite you to the roast. Why were you never invited to the Derby? I'm going to the Derby tomorrow. I know I'm going to see Tom. I know I'm going to see Wes Welker with those hundreds, just making it rain like he did years ago. Why were you never invited, Dev?
You know what's crazy, too? Jacoby Brissett got an invite over me. I ran into Jacoby one year in New York City. He has his full Derby gear. I'm like, where are you coming from? He's like, at the Derby, I flew private back to New York with Tom and the guy. And I'm like, he took this guy, he's still wet behind the ears, and he gets to go to the Derby and not me. But, hey, sometimes you got to understand where you fall, and you just got to live it. J-Mac always tells me, run your own race. My race just happens to not be at the Kentucky Derby.
I mean,
shout out Vince Wilfork.
Yeah.
Vince Wilfork has invited me to the Kentucky Derby. It's before I had enough money to go, though, so I couldn't go.
Let's see. I mean, we have a picture of Tom. I think. Remember this picture with him? I think like Cliff Kingsbury in it. Do we have it? Oh, we don't. Sorry, with Mike Tyson. It was like a whole weekend. It's absolute madness, and now he's got the roast. We gave you homework to pick your turf club table. So at the Derby, you roll with the group. You're there all day. It's like 12 hours, sweaty, rainy, whatever. Who would you take with you to the Derby?
All right, first, you talk about Tom not inviting me. Kay, we've known each other for a long time. We worked on a show together with coworkers. You didn't invite me either, so we got to put that out there. So my first invite is actually doesn't count because we have the same DNA, and by rule, when you invite to someone with the same DNA, that doesn't count. So J-Mac would come with me first. We could share a chair.
Love.
After that, my first invite would be Cam Newton because Cam's going to make sure my hat game is perfect.
Fair.
We're all going to get hats. So I'm going to have Cam Newton. I heard you already shut down Jason Kelce, but I'm not just bringing Jason Kelce. I'm bringing Jason and Travis Kelce. I'm bringing the Kelce bros because we're going to talk. We're going to talk bros. We're going to have fun, football, retirement, all the good stuff. And then my last guy is going to be LeBron James. LeBron James, done in the playoffs, has some free time. Going to bring him veteran, understands everything. He's going to know the people we need to know, why we're there, how to get connected. But the key to this is only person that's going to be new to this circle is LeBron. You don't want to be introducing yourself at this event. You want to already know that you're going to have a good time. So we're going to have a time. We don't care about cameras. Bring all the cameras you want. We're going to have a good time. And you see Jason Kelce, he's going to be our leader. He's going to be the guy that goes out in front, has a good time, and lets everybody else know it's okay. Live our life. So I'm excited.
You'd have a lot of cameras on you, Dev, if that was the situation. And okay, last but not least, I want to get this in there because we're not going to take a break right now. I want to talk really quickly about, I know we're going to go overtime, it's no problem, because you have been fighting sickle cell the entire time I've known you, over a decade. And you have a McCourty Brothers Tackle Sickle Cell 5K walk/run. It's Sunday, it's in Jersey, and everybody shows up. Tell us how we can sign up.
Yeah, it's at Jersey City. It's at Liberty State Park, right in Jersey City. And you can go to embracekids.org. You go in there, you click events, and you'll see that 5K right there. Sign up. You can come walk. You can join somebody's team. It's always a good time. We've had a bunch of different things through the years. Me and Jay one year bet who could raise more money. He had to buy a billboard in Foxborough, conceding and saying that I beat him. So we've been fighting sickle cell. There's been a lot of different advancements in sickle cell now. People have gone through trials. The FDA has approved some of these gene therapy treatments. So people are being healed from sickle cell. It ran in our family for years. So it's been awesome seeing people go through this, They've lived with pain, but now they have hope. They have things to rely on. So big shout out to everybody making advancements in sickle cell and changing lives.
Join in on the fun. Go to embracekids.org for more information on that. I'm picturing you at the Derby, not with hats, but with graphic T-shirts. All of you.
Oh, that would be
Travis
elite.
and Jason are sharing a chair. You and J-Mac are sharing a chair. And then LeBron's doing God knows what. Okay, let's make a bold prediction. What happens at the roast? I'm going to say it's Bill Belichick that shows up and roasts him. What do you think?
Oh, Bill Belichick not just shows up, but if they really want to make this good, Bill Belichick shows up with game film and destroys Tom. Like all the rumors that have come out, and just sit in for like 5 minutes of like Tom's worst plays and Bill just ripping them. That to me would be TV gold.
That's so good. What are you, a super producer now? Move over Matt Casey? Like, that's amazing.
No, not yet, but I'm working, Kay. I'm working.
Dev, that is gold. You are amazing. No one's surprised at the success that you're having. No, definitely no one more than me. You're just always crushed it. I don't even know how Bill let you do that show.
You don't ask for permission, Kay.
I couldn't
you
believe
just
it.
go.
I thought about that yesterday. I go, how did Bill let him come on NBC and just talk that talk? He really trusted you, though, seriously. All right, you're
Don't
the
ask
best.
permission, make them accept you. Good to see you,
My
Kay.
love to the fam. You're the best. Talk soon.